We are days away from Madden 24. And of course, EA continues to do the bare minimum. Many of us would say EA hasn't made a great football game in years. But what if I told you that EA actually made a competent football game not too many years ago? And what if I told you that this game is sadly lost forever?
Welcome to NFL Blitz. He found an opening. Out of bounds. Now fires.
I'll take that. Oh, sent to the dirt to eat some turf.
2012's NFL Blitz was a return to form. Stepping away from the over-the-top Blitz the league, which went so far left they even had the use of steroids in the game, had returned back to its arcade roots. With the official NFL license at a blazing 60 frames per second, Blitz was finally back to its old glory, now in HD. This simplified football experience was perfect for me, as admittedly I'm not that into football. And seeing as EA seems to fail at making football sims, maybe they should return to this more simplistic version of football. Because when it comes to making an arcade football game, EA knows exactly what they're doing. You got 7-on-7 action, which is easy to jump into and pick up and play with friends. Up to 4 players can play at one time. And seeing as this is an arcade style football game, designed around the idea of multiple people playing at once, I feel this co-op works way better than a game like Madden. You also have the Blitz Gauntlet mode, which I guess you could compare to a football season mode of some sort. It's basically a Mortal Kombat inspired arcade tower. As you defeat different NFL teams, you'll be able to have the chance to play against fictional teams, from pirates to robots to even the Green Bay Packer cheeseheads. It's fun and over the top, and these guys can be really cheap. But just like the arcade, this is that fun type of cheapness that everyone seems to like. That perfect blend of fairness and hair-pulling tension that only this type of football game can provide. Unfortunately, due to the server shutting down, online play in Elite League is now unavailable. Elite League is basically a mode in which you can create your own football team. By collecting different cards, you're able to assemble your own team. Of course, this being EA, this was full with microtransactions. But I could say, from playing this mode a few times back when the game was still popular, it wasn't as egregious as EA is currently today. Getting back into the gameplay, it's the perfect definition of simple but hard to master. Everything is extremely fast-paced. This is helped by the fact that the playbook is very short. You only have one page of plays on defense, and all offensive plays are passes. Now, you can run the ball technically, but it still involves you passing the ball. My favorite thing to do is to pass the ball to one of my receivers, then throw it back to my quarterback to eventually gain a ton of yards and even score a touchdown. Doing this is quite addictive, but also very challenging. It's something that takes a lot of strategy to know when to pull off, and trust me, you can definitely get sacked trying to do this move too many different times. All the animations are over the top, and every football player looks extremely jacked. And of course, with this being an NFL Blitz game, you definitely can be set on fire. This game is a complete rush, especially when the score is very close. I'm talking about I'm yelling at my TV because I made a stupid play, and overjoyed with hype anytime I made a touchdown. It's just something about this game that everything you do feels cool. All the plays feel like big plays, something that you would see in an NFL highlight. EA's NFL Blitz has to be the best football game they put out in years. Definitely better than any Madden they've released. The presentation is also amazing, with very bright and colorful graphics, and a nice overall clean look to everything. It even has nostalgic NFL introductions, and what's a football game without beautiful cheerleaders? This game even has great announcers and good humor, things that would be marked as politically incorrect today. I know you're probably thinking, man, I really want to play this game, but sadly, it has been blacklisted. That's right, EA has decided to make a stupid decision to remove this game off the Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. Why that is, I'm not sure. If I had to guess, it had everything to do with them removing the servers. So because EA isn't selling any more Elite Pack cards, I guess they figured nobody would want to play the offline modes or even the local co-op. Just EA being greedy like always. The weird thing is, with Xbox having backwards compatibility, I could easily see this game doing well on Xbox One and Series X consoles, especially if it's in Game Pass or EA Play. They could probably even turn the servers back on and allow for online play, and they could continue to sell their little cards. EA really should consider bringing this game back. Maybe EA will remember that they even own the license to Blitz, and finally raise this great game back from the dead. But until then, I'll continue to play greatness on my Xbox 360, and you poor souls will keep playing Madden.
Get the win today. Nice to have you with us here for NFL Blitz. We'll see you next time. I'm Tim Kitchell for Brian Haley. Let all your dreams be dreams of
Ham, bacon, sausages, bratwurst. That's all I got right now.